So it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Follow Bearcat Radio on Twitter with the handle @VHS Bearcat Radio and on Facebook by searching Bearcat Radio for the upcoming broadcast schedule and shows on the flagship stream of Virginia High School athletics.
I want to thank my mommy for loving me so much,
for taking me to the doctor when I broke my foot,
for leaving me alone when I wanted to be alone.
And now, as a grown-up, I'm thankful for being able to take care of you, my dear mom, for taking you to your therapies, for understanding that sometimes you simply want to be alone.
Welcome back to Bearcat Radio. Dylan Hutton, Mark Harr. Glad you could join us here at Boyce Cox Field as Zach Griffith steps back onto the mound for the Cats. A 1-1 game between the Richlands Blue Tornado and the Bearcats. This foul ball roped right back towards us, about 12 feet away from our box here, give or take. Get out your measuring stick. Maybe 15. As that one hit off.
Maybe a couple miles.
The renovated. That was close. An 0-1 count to Simmons. It's 3, 4, and 5 for Richlands. It's looking to get something on. They've got 3 hits in the ball game and 1 run.
Just to clarify, that ball was closer to Gene Malcolm Stadium than it was our box.
I don't know. Disputable. As counts 0-2. Griffith working here. A hard hit ground ball toward Davidson. He drops to a knee. Fields.
Good play, son.
Slings it across in time to Lewis for out number 1. Goes 4-3 on the putout. As George Cole will come to the plate, the pitcher tonight for Richlands. Richlands' jerseys look a whole lot like Abingdon's. It's almost identical, to be honest with you. They step into the batter's box.
Davidson has some quick hands.
Austin's also got like that old school look. He's got the socks showing, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to say that ball was foul as that one's hit off home plate right out in front of Mouse. He threw down to first anyway for the practice. And it counts 0-1.
You know, talk about reps, getting your reps in. Maybe he didn't get all his reps in today.
Instead of PFP, CFP, right? And also college football playoff. Pitch on the way from Griffith, and this one's roped toward right, but right to the glove of Bobby Medley.
He hasn't had to move much out there today.
Yeah, Bobby took 3 steps tops there. He's not been having to work too hard this afternoon. Oh, look who's here. Mr. Harper, Brad Harper.
Well, welcome back.
There's 2 outs. It goes F9 in your scorebook.
Dylan's been hitting me all day, so I thought it was just him.
Mr. Harper's had a busy day. He's been at the track meet, I believe. Tennis. It's been a busy day. Softball. We kind of said earlier about the softball game. 14 to.
You teased it, but you didn't go the way.
14-4 win over Tennessee High. Why tease that? Those are always good ones when you can get them. 14-4 win over Tennessee High.
The only time you play them this year.
Yeah, so we'll take it. Pitch on the way as it counts 0-2. Strike 3.
Great inning by Zach there.
That was the inning he needed, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. They go 3 up, 3 down for the first time tonight. So as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, 1-1, a tie game, and we'll go to this day in baseball history.
So this one definitely isn't as juicy as it was last time. But after being rained out on the previous night and with some players getting stuck in an elevator, the Mets make their National League debut in St. Louis, losing to the Cardinals in Busch Stadium 11-4. The defeat will be the first of a record-setting 120 losses a New York expansion team will suffer this season. That was in 1962.
That's a line there.
120 losses in a year.
That's rough. We've not had to deal with seasons like that, have we?
No, never have. Never have.
We will gladly, let someone else broadcast that one. What year was that?
1962.
So someone was lucky enough to get to broadcast that game in 1962.
What do you think?
Yeah. They had radio in 1962, Mark.
Well, they definitely had radio in 1962. I don't know,
oh yeah, if you're going to tweet us about the yodeling cowboy. We were talking about him earlier.
We'll take it. We'll take anything, folks. We've had a couple honks, and I think those people were definitely people listening to Bearcat Radio, not trying to ruin the game.
And Mr. Harper's got a nice jacket on, and I'm trying to figure out if that's a new jacket.
Oh, see? So Brad Harper was definitely listening to the game because he was one of the people who were honking. So he's right now he's number one for getting the shout-out inning. So.
And the jacket he's got on looks pretty nice, too. Was it brand new Under Armour?
I didn't realize our partner would be here. I already brought both things. So next broadcast, I'll have some goodies. Not one of these jackets, but I will have some goodies.
He's got goodies.
I'll take goodies.
We will definitely take goodies. I'm wearing an App State polo. That's okay.
Well,
could be worse. Mark's been known to wear Tennessee, so at least he's not wearing that.
It's never-ending battle for Dylan just to find a way.
Yeah, I just like to find clothes to wear, That's hard. It's hard to pick what you're going to wear, right?
My closet's full of orange, buddy.
Well, mine is not.
I got to thinking about the other day of, how miserable my life has been as a Tennessee fan. The only good thing that's ever happened in my lifetime as a Tennessee fan is Pat Summitt. That's it.
You have several high spots. Football. Some. You beat Virginia Tech twice. So.
Yeah, we did win that one.
It counts 1-1 to Jordan Dixon. Mark, if we try to go through your life as a Tennessee fan.
They won that championship in 98. I was born in 97. So, it's been hard.
Hard hitter up the middle, but Cole jumps up the ladder and makes the grab and tosses it underhanded to get Dixon 1-3. And right there, the height really played a part there for Cole. A taller pitcher. Ball hit straight into the ground, a high hopper.
Well, the height of being on a mound, but get a couple inches for being on that mound.
It saved a single there. 1 out. As Griffith will now come to the plate. Lewis on deck. So we've covered Yodeling Boy and your travails. I don't know how we got there, but your travails as a Tennessee fan?
It never fails. You wind up throwing something, and I realized that it kept me up late at night the other night thinking about it.
You ought to switch teams. Pitch on the way is a 1-0, misses inside to Griffith.
I bet you would love for me to be a Mississippi State fan.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get my online MBA through Oklahoma State, so maybe I can be a Cowpoke fan for a little bit. But I'm biased. I'm still biased to my orange.
That ball foul tipped right into home plate off the bat of Griffith. 2-1. You still sticking with the orange? That's all right.
And Gundy. I wanted Gundy to be Tennessee's head coach. That's fair.
Again, Boyce Cox Field over here was built in 1969. A hard hit ground ball towards short, mishandled by Simmons and rolls into center. That was a hard hit ball. They'll rule it an E6, but I don't know. That was a hard hit one, but right to him. And Griffith's on nonetheless. And they'll pinch run for him as John Malumba, the freshman, will run for him.
I think you had to make the play. I'd give it an E6 too.
Justin Lewis to the plate for the Cats. Top leading returner in hits as well with 27 a year ago. He grounded out to first to end the first inning. Again, if you're just tuning in, 1-1 the score between the Cats and the Blue Tornado of Richlands. We're in the bottom of the third inning. And we have our shout-out inning coming up in the middle of the fourth. So tweet us at VHS Bearcat Radio. Talk to us about anything ranging from weather, the yodeling cowboy, Mark's trials as a Tennessee fan, or just anything. We don't really care.
Anything.
We'll talk about anything.
We'll have topic roulette. Okay, whoever sends in their first topic to Twitter or Facebook gets the topic brought up on the air.
So 1 out, runner on first, and time called as Cole steps off the back of the rubber.
Throw the ball.
The darkness starting to fall here at the ballpark. Lights shining bright down onto the field. Again, the grass has not quite grown into the infield. We've got a yellow infield, but it's filling in nicely and right and starting to do that out in deep center. It'll just take a while. The way this weather's been, it's kind of fooled the Bermuda grass out here. That one missed 1-0. Those fields look so good come like June and July, and also the football fields just plumb, burn up at this time of year. But once fall comes around, runner goes. Malumba trying to take second. Pitch missed low, and he beats the throw by a mile. And a stolen base for John. Moves him into scoring position. The count 2-0 to Lewis. Led the team in batting average a year ago as well in 25 games. Hit .415.
Some smoke.
The Bearcat Basher could be his nickname, right? That's Lewis.
The Bristol Bearcat Basher.
The Bristol Basher. 2-0 on the way, misses inside 3-0. Trying to go with some movement.
You know, like how you can create a team in your 2Ks. I used to always call my teams the Bristol Bashers.
Well, really?
Yeah,
that's all.
Huh. I mean, sky blue, white colors.
Sort of like a Ridgeview, then, right?
Well,
runner at second, 3-0, misses. Actually, a called strike late on a floater around knee high, and it's 3-1.
Kind of crazy you mentioned that. Sullivan Central they're building the new school over there, right? And they're changing it to West Ridge High School, and their colors are blue, white, and black.
Instead of Ridgeview, they're West Ridge. That one misses outside, ball 4 to Lewis. So a ground out to open the inning from Dixon. Griffith reached on an error. Malumba pinch ran for him, stole second. Now Lewis walks. Runners at first and second with one out as Tyler Anderson will come to the plate. Anderson was hit by a pitch and scored the lone run of the game for the Cats. He advanced to third on a wild pitch and scored on a wild pitch. So Malumba at second, Lewis at first. It's a hard hit ball down the line, but foul by a couple of feet. Anderson playing with fair territory there, but wouldn't come back to him, and it's 0-1. Still looking for the first hit of the afternoon. Bearcats tied 1-1 with Richlands. The bottom of the third. A team that really struggled early on, but is it really struggling when you're playing against the kind of teams that
you can't
Virginia
name
High's
it
playing?
that at all. I mean, it's just tough competition.
It seems like they're finding their identity, as we talked about in the open, as runners at first and second just got to start getting some hits. As they'll try to pick behind at second. Malumba gets back in time. Kind of showed that early as Tarter came in to cover from behind at second. And you can listen to all our games on replay at Spreaker.com/Bearcat Radio. As a pitch on the way, a check swing, pitch miss low, and a no-go. Umpire shaking his head. And it's 1-1. Yeah, you can go back and even listen to our very first broadcast back on September 1st, 2017. As the Cats took on John Battle. I feel like we've come a long way since then, especially with the fans. We know just about everybody, it seems like, over here now. We didn't even know the players then, so come a long way as they'll try to throw behind Malumba again. A quick throw, and he actually trips over Malumba. Tarter does, and he ends up on the floor.
Oh, well, just throw the ball. Just throw the ball.
1-1. Yeah, once you get to worrying about the runner at second base in a tie ball game in the third,
you got 4 innings left to play.
A 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, it goes behind the batter. That's 2 or 3 that we've seen go plumb behind the batter in the right-handed batter's box, as Anderson didn't know what really to do as he just moved across into safest place there was on the plate as he threw it behind. So not been able to find the location this afternoon as Cole has hit 3 and walked 2. This one misses up and away, ball 3. So it says a lot that the Cats have had this many runners and have been threatening this often. And already
without a hit.
Yeah, without a hit. We're in the third inning. Have a feeling, too, after facing a pitcher like Willis, a hard-throwing pitcher from Tazewell, that this change of speed with Cole might be an issue, too, as the 3-0 inside hits.
Is that the 6th hit batter tonight?
That's the 4th hit batter. Hey, we're heading that way, as they say, and bases are loaded for the Bearcats.
Lord willing, the creek don't rise.
As Malumba is at third, Lewis at second, and Anderson at first base after being hit by a pitch. 4 hit batters. He hits one more, it'll be a misdemeanor, I heard. Right? There's going to be a mound visit real quick. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here on Bearcat Radio.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Follow Bearcat Radio on Twitter with the handle @VHS Bearcat Radio and on Facebook by searching Bearcat Radio. For the upcoming